Good morning, everybody. Welcome to this morning's market review. My name is Akondiola Komi Joshua, aka Mr. Josh FX. Yeah, I hope this week has been a wonderful week for each and every one of us. It's been a wonderful time, yes, and I want to believe it's a wonderful time for us too. And the market has also been moving in its own way. Yeah, sometimes it tends to be mild, not moving, choppy a little bit, and sometimes you just see the direction coming, and yes, we take it. It's been really, really interesting. So first thing first, let me look at us. Let me acknowledge us. Yes, no. Who is on ground? Yeah. All right. So first on my list for this morning is Adebayo Adesina. Good morning, Adewumi Membawudun. Yes. Then Alfonso Sikediashi. We have Brown Akinola. Christian Enedu. We have Ekpemski, Florence Olugbodi. We have Frederick Omoko. Ike, we have Kalu here, Kolawole Lawal, okay, Mandu Timothy, yeah, can see you. Okay, we have Mika Paul Jr., Nnamdi Mbata, Olaorewaju Gbenga, Oluwakemi Omo Jayogbe, yes, we have Shoyemi Adeleke, okay, we have Lekuti Olugbenga Tajudeen. Okay. We have Thomas Lafidon. All right. I know some people are just joining us, and I'm also acknowledging every one of us. Good morning to everybody that has joined. Good morning to everyone that has joined. Okay. And so for those that are just joining, yes, good morning to you. And yes, for those that okay, so what I'm just seeing on your name is not I'm not seeing a name, I'm seeing a letter. So I'll kindly advise you, please change it so we're able to acknowledge you too. Your real name is what we want there. That would be nice. I think that's more respectful to address you with your real name rather than addressing you with a letter. Okay. All right. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. So to make everything clear, we'll pick it up from here. Oh, good morning to you, Ola. Yes. Olide Akim. Yeah, good morning to you, Carlo. Good morning to you. Thank you very much. So to make it fair, please, if you're able to hear me from your part, I need you to do this. Come to the chat section and drop loud and clear. Just come to the chat section, drop loud and clear for me. Oh, Adebayo Additional, good morning to you. Thank you very much. Good morning to you for that. Yeah, please just type loud and clear for me. Loud and clear. Okay. Yusuf Abdul Kadir, thank you very much. Loud and clear. Olide, I came loud and clear. Nnamdi Mbata, loud and clear. Shoyemi Adeleke, loud and clear. Woo, it's wonderful. The response is really, really good. This response is giving me ginger. I love this. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, very much. So it means, yes, you are able to hear me loud and clear from your end. So no issue from my own end. All right, so this is what we're going to do now. Um, I'll for you that you're unable to hear me clearly, maybe it's glitching or something. I'll kindly advise you change your location, your seat location, switch off your device, on it again. So you doing that is more or less like you're resetting your device. Then you pick it up from there and you move it up. You understand? Okay, nice. Okay, so yes, we have some new clients also joining us for the very first time. I know some people will be joining us for the very first time today. So I'm going to give well, I think I'm going to give an opportunity by saying this to us. Now, for those that have been trading over time, well, they've come for a normal training and the likes. Yes, I want to believe everybody is able to trade on their own now. Most of us are able to trade on our own. But yes, at the same time, we also have another opportunity. And what's that opportunity that we're talking about? That's when we talk about copy trading. Yes, that's what I will be starting with this morning before I dive into the real deal, then we'll move on. We'll start with copy trading. Let me explain some things to us. We talk about having extra source of income. A lot of us might look at it like, okay, he's talking about copy trading, but I can trade on my own. Yes, you can trade on your own. But at the same time, we have some professionals too that can also trade for you. So why not do it this way? While you're trading on your own, another person is trading for you. Although you don't know who is trading for you, nobody knows. That's why we call it a copy trading. What you're just doing is you're leveraging on the professional's trade. You understand? So if the person is buying, whatever instrument is buying, we also buy on your own platform or your own surface there, your own section there. You understand? If it's making profit, you're also going to be making profit. Meanwhile, you also have your normal account where you're trading. Now, you see, you trade on your own and you make your money. There are days that you might not have the opportunity to trade. Maybe you're so choked with different works and many, you need to attend to a particular project and the project needs your full attention while the copy trading system is still on. You see, you'll be making your profit from that end while you're doing another thing. That's another opportunity for us. You understand? So I'll kindly advise that for those that have been trading and they feel like yes, they can do. Everybody can leverage on it. Let me just put it that way. Everybody can leverage on it. And for those that are just joining for the very first time, and let's say yes, you're still learning how to trade, you don't even know how to trade, you can use this as an opportunity to start, and you'll make it well. Okay. All right. Let's move on. I'll still get back to that again later. First thing first, I'm going to be sharing my screen now. So we'll look at our currency, the fundamentals. Yes, we'll start from the fundamentals, then we'll go to currency strength meter and look at what is happening on our currency. What is the strength of our currency? What is it like? So yes, I want to believe everybody is able to see my screen from their own end. Yes, I want to believe that. Yes. Okay. So all right, I'm on forexfactory.com to look at all the news coming out today. Let's see what exactly is happening, what is coming out today. So on forexfactory.com, as of this morning, okay, one of the news and hot story we're seeing is Trump. We may almost completely eliminate income tax because of tariff proceeds. Okay, these are some of the news that we are seeing today, and all these will also affect the market, can move the market to either go up or come down. But let's look at the real deal, the news that are coming out today. So by 12:30 a.m. today, we had news coming out on JPY. That's the Tokyo Core CPI year to year, and it came out positive for JPY. Came out positive for JPY. Okay. Then we are having the all-day news on euros. That's the German prelim CPI month to month. Nobody knows when it's coming out because we're not giving a specific time all day. So it means it can come out any time of the day. You understand? Then by 2:30 p.m., we are having the GDP month to month on that's the gross domestic product on Canadian dollars. Yes, it will be coming out by 2:30 p.m. We're expecting that by 2:30 p.m. So that's all the major news that is coming out, or that's all the news that is coming out for today. Then the next thing is everybody, I'll be wishing us a happy new month the next time we'll be talking. So let me just say happy new month in advance. From there, we'll start new information and the likes. But for today, that's where the whole thing ends. So today is the last market day for the month, meaning that it's a Friday. All right, let's look at the currency strength meter. Let's see what it's saying. Let's see what the currency strength meter is saying for now. So yes, for the currency strength meter, this is what it is saying as of now. Okay, this is what it's saying as of now. All right. So as of now, on the currency strength meter, this morning on 1 hour time frame on this particular currency strength, that is currency strength meter or currency strength zone.com, JPY is the strongest, followed by the US dollars, followed by the Canadian dollars, followed by the Australian dollars, euros, New Zealand dollar, Switzerland franc, and Great Britain pounds, which is the weakest of them all. Yeah, just like we can see, it refreshes itself every 10 seconds. Now, one of the reasons why I love this particular currency strength meter is it has different time frames, you understand? So it helps you to see the strength of the currency in different time frames. And yeah, so that's the way it is. In the likes like that, you see different time frame, just like you're seeing here now. This is on 1 hour, 5 minutes, 4 hours, 15 minutes daily. You can see the way it's showing some of these currencies and their strength. You understand the way they move. You understand this is JPY on 1 hour is strong, on 5 minutes is strong. Then GBP on 1 hour is weak, on 5 minutes is strong. You understand different instrument, and that also refreshes every 10 seconds. You understand? So these are all the currency pairs, all the currencies, and we are seeing how they are moving. That's one of the reasons why I love this particular currency strength meter. I will just advise that each and every one of us can go and check it and see what is happening on it. You see how it works. Okay. So the next one is the manual one. Here you do it by yourself. This is the manual currency strength meter. All you need to do is to come and refresh it here, and it shows you how it is. So as of now, It's showing us that euros is the strongest with the green arrow coming out on it, followed by USD. Then we have AUD. Canadian dollars is next, but it's showing the red arrow showing that it's dropping strength. Then we have GBP, the green arrow, then JPY, followed by NZD and CHF. So that's that. That's what it's showing us here on this particular currency strength meter. Now, a lot of us will be like, okay, but it doesn't look like what we got on this other one. Now, you see, based on time frame, sometimes for you to know some of these things, you have to go to either the daily, and you see that sometimes it correlates with it on daily, monthly, weekly, like that. That's where you might see some of these instrument or 4 hours dependent on it. But this is manual. You have to refresh it to see some of those things. You understand? All right, so that's that for that. So we're going to be looking at it from another angle now. We're going to be looking at it from another angle. Right away, we'll be going straight into the chart to see how the market is really faring. Then we'll look at all the opportunities based on the zones that is there. Then interestingly, one of the things I tell everyone that have joined my money market review, or maybe my class, I tell them that, look, this movement of the market is based on zones. And once you're able to identify the zones, you will know where your entries should be or can be. You understand? You just begin to emphasize. You understand? You emphasize, begin to look at it like if it's able to break this particular section, you go for this, or if it doesn't, this is what you should be expecting. All right, so let me share my chart and let's look at what is happening on the chart. You understand? With us. All right, so good one. We start with currencies, Euro, USD, looking at what this instrument is doing. Let's see. We're there. Let's start. Let's look at it from the daily time frame. Now, on the daily time frame, I will be zooming out, so we'll see some certain interesting things that has been happening on this particular instrument, Euro USD. So we discovered that for a while, price has actually gone up. Price has what? Has gone up. Now that price has gone up, you discover that from this point now, that it got to this particular high, price has been dropping since then. In fact, let's say it did this, then broke it here. Now, coming back into that same point. Now, can we see price is actually respecting this point? But let's look at it from this way. Okay, except we want to look at it from another section too. Let's say coming. Yes, nice. Coming. All right. With us, please. Okay. This is it from another angle. Okay. So this is it from another angle. Now, let me zoom in so we can see some things. Now, if we look at these two, this is one trend. You understand? From here, here, here. Now, I broke it here, got to this same zone. Can we see there's a zone here? This is on our daily time frame, and price has expected it. Now, another trend is what we're seeing around here. You can see price is having issues around this point. So from the whole deal is showing more, is more or less giving us an insight to like price wants to drop. But yes, for it to drop, it must come down, break below this particular section here. This is on our daily time frame, please. It must break below this section here. So if you're looking at it, we can be emphasizing that based on where price is currently, we are expecting that the market should be what? Bearish on this particular instrument. But let's look at it on the 1 hour time frame. What are we expecting? Now, this is it on the 1 hour time frame. Are we expecting it to come down? Okay, yes. If you want to expect, if you're expecting it to come down, let's click on this zone first that has been created based on what we're seeing on the chart. Now, from this point, now we should expect that yes, if price is able to break below this path successfully, there could be a bearish move. But if that does not happen and it respects that point, we could have a reversal on Euro USD. It's one of the two we are emphasizing. Now, remember I said I did this whole check on the higher time frame, looking at it based on what we are saying here. Price actually had issues here and the likes, you understand, had issues there. Or we could also move it to this point. Okay, let's move it to that point. I think we can do it that way. Okay, so looking at it on from the 1 hour time frame now, let me zoom it in so we can see. Now, can you see price is having issues here. So it's one of the two. Either it breaks below this point or it reverses back up to this point. Now it's able to reverse back up to that point. Yeah, it breaks above that point. Then price can have its own issue. It could reverse back to the upside. So it's between these 2 points now. But once price is able to break below this part, this is on even daily time frame, but yes, on our 1 hour time frame, this is it. Once price is able to break below this part, then price, there could be every reason for price to what? Go down. Let's just watch out for these points. These points, this is our area of risk. This is our area of risk. This is where it is. So once price is able to fulfill our requirement here, we should follow. Please look at it and take it serious. If you're able to mark it down the same way you've seen it here, you can seize that opportunity. All right. Okay, so let's move to the next instrument. We'll go to AUD USD. After that, we look at all the USD. Yeah, we'll look at the USD pairs and we'll see what we'll do there. Let's go on. AUD is the next instrument. Looking at it from daily time frame, let's see what is price doing. All right. So for a while now, we discovered that price came down and after that reversed back up. And since then, it's been between these 2 points. It's more in between these 2 points. This is one, and this is the second point here. Okay. So it hasn't gone, this was the highest it got to after it got to around this point. But since then, it's just been more of this point. It's been more of this point. So now this is it. It's between these two sides. Now it's more or less like price is trying to move sideways around this point. But let's look at what price is going to do on the lower time frame. But if we want to pick a trend based on what we're seeing on this daily time frame, we could say from this point now, price has actually moved in this line. Okay, yeah. So this is it based on what we're seeing on daily time frame. Price has moved in this line. Yeah, from the daily time frame, got to this high, came down here. Now, are we expecting price to go up here or something? But let's look at it on the 1 hour time frame. That's going to help us to see what price actually wants to do. It's going to help us to determine is price going up or is it coming down? Okay. So this is the chart on our 1 hour time frame. And if you look at it, I'm zooming out so we can see. Can you see price has actually respected it? This is a higher high, higher low, another higher high, higher low, higher high. You understand? So this is the way it's been giving us that downward trend based on what we are saying here. So are we expecting price to come down based on what we are saying? Yes, if it's based on this trend. So we should look at it that on 1 hour time frame, we're expecting this to happen. If price is able to break below this part successfully, you understand? If price is able to break below this part successfully, then we could expect a bearish move. But all the same, price could still push up to this point and gets rejected around that point. So we can look out for these other points too. This trend, please kindly know that this trend is more or less like it's what we call a dynamic zone that moves with the market structure or chart. You understand? It's more or less like is what a dynamic zone. So now price will get rejected back to this point, and once price gets to this point, two things can happen: either it breaks above or it gets rejected here. So these are 2 points we can look out for. Around this point, you could wait for price to break below it, then you follow it bearish, or you wait for price to get here, gets rejected, and you go bearish too with it, whichever way it is. But nobody knows what price is going to do. It could break above this point and continues in that bullish move. You understand? If you look at it on daily time frame, it's got a price has actually gone up and came down this. So price could actually want to reverse back. But based on the trend we are seeing from this point to this point, it's been coming down. So it's one of the two. Either it breaks above and continues in that bullish move, or comes back down. One of it will be the direction of the market at the end of the day. But nobody really knows what price is going to do. So what we are doing is to MPC and mark out the zones. Once price is able to hit our requirements based on these zones, then what? Then we'll follow the move of the market. That's that. All right, let's move to the next instrument. Let's move to the next instrument. Let's look at USD JPY. Yes, let's look at USD JPY. Okay, this is USD JPY. Okay, let me clear all this first. Then we'll look at it from the higher time frame. Now, based on what we're seeing on the higher time frame, USD JPY, let me zoom out. Yeah, this is how we look at some of these things. So USD JPY, based on what we're seeing that price has been going up. Yes, price has been going up for a while. It's been going up for a while. fine. Let's not forget the fact that yes, they had their election in Japan. After having their election in Japan, one of the things that affected them in Japan that I feel my own opinion affected them is the fact that for the very first time they are having a woman as a prime minister, and I feel that alone is one of the reasons why that currency has been weak politically, because most of the strong men they are actually of the opposite gender, and politics, well, it works in diverse ways. Now, that's been one of the main, I feel one of the main reasons why the market has been that weak. So we can see that price has actually shot up to this point, showing that the JPY is actually weak or has been weak, or it's been weak for a while now. You understand? Since March this year, it's been weak, and you can see how price has gone up on USD JPY. Now let's look at where price is now based on the daily time frame. We'll discover that okay, let me zoom back to the other side. The highest price ever got to, okay, let's see. Okay, very good, which is true. From beginning of time, JPY has actually been weak compared to USD, right? So this is the highest he ever got to. Based on what we're seeing, this is the highest price ever got to. You understand? Then it dropped. After that, went back up again, dropped again. Now price is pushing to those points at the top side. Now this is on daily time frame. So I'm looking at it from the aspect of those are long-term traders. You understand? They could be looking at it from this point, that if price should get this point to this point, they could expect a bearish move, because the last time price got to this point, price got rejected and came down. You understand? So they could be looking out for this point that price could actually get rejected here. Or another point is this. Is another point. Price could get to this other point higher here and still will get rejected. These are the zones. You understand? These are the zones, because JPY has been weak for a while. But let's look at it on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so on 1 hour time frame, this is what we are seeing. This is it here. This is one zone here. And this is the highest it got to based on what we're seeing on that zone. But since then, price has been dropping. So if you look at it, based on what we are saying, based on this trend, this is it on our 1 hour. Price has been dropping for a while. Okay, so if price is going to respect this point as of this morning, we have some short zones around this point. We have some short zones around this point. So if that is going to happen, we could say if price is able to look at it now, these are from this point, this is more or less like a zone here. Let me make it tight. Okay. So price has really not gone out of this box in a while now. And we discovered that based on it, when price got to this particular trend, it got rejected. It's just been within this box. So this is it. If price is able to break out of this box here, you understand? Either it goes to the upside. If it goes to the upside, then we should expect that price and it's able to break this trend. Price will try to move up. But if it gets back to this particular section where this zone is, one of the two will happen. Either it stays here or it gets rejected. You understand? And if it's rejected around this point, price could push to the upside. So one of the two will happen. Let's just look at USD JPY. Let's take it one step at a time. Let's take it one step. So let's take it one step at a time. So we just hold on for price to either break down out of this box. Once it's able to break out of this box and it gets to this point here, we could be expecting price to get rejected or break below. One of the two. Or it breaks out, goes back up, breaks above this zone, and continues that bullish move. So that's that on USD JPY. Let's look at another currency pair, please. I'm with us, please. Let's look at another currency pair. Okay, so this time around, let's look at let's look at GBP USD. Let's look at GBP USD. GBP USD. All right. After that, we'll go to USD CAD. Then we'll look at USD CHF. Yes, these are the instruments we'll look at next before we now move to another instrument. Okay. All right. So GBP USD followed by USD CAD. Then we'll go to USD CHF. Okay, so GBP USD it is. Start with that. All right, so on GBP, sorry, on GBP USD, yes, on GBP USD, this is how the market is as of this morning. Looking at it on the daily time frame first. Let's see what is happening on the daily time frame. Okay, so on the daily time frame, based on what we are saying, zooming out, you discover that price is actually dropping. And you see, it did this, came down to this point, got up to this point, came down lower too. So from this point to we could be expecting price to drop, because where it is actually a zone, and based on the structure we are seeing on this daily time frame, yes, it's giving us this bearish move that price wants to drop. So we could be expecting price to what? To drop. Yes, we could be expecting price to drop based on what we are seeing on daily time frame here. So price able to break this point, yeah, we could expect price to drop further. In fact, it's giving that bearish move on GBP USD. But let's look at it on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so on 1 hour time frame, oh, I'm coming. Let me zoom in a little bit. Yes, let's do this. This is it on 1 hour time frame. This is the zone on 1 hour time frame. So if price is able to break below this part on 1 hour time frame, we should expect a bearish move on GBP USD. But if that is unable to happen, if it respects this particular section, this particular box that has been marked out for it, then price could reverse back up. But one of the two will happen. Either it breaks below or it reverses back up. But let's watch out and see. This is the main point. This is the area of breaks. So this is where we are expecting movement in price. Is it going to go down or go up? Let's wait and see what price is going to do. One of the two will happen. You can see that price is already struggling there, because the last time price got here, you can see it reversed back up. Now price is back to that point and price is struggling. So one of the two will happen. Either it breaks below and continues the bearish move, or it stops there and reverses back to the upside. Okay, so we can see since when it started, this particular candle zero open, look at the whole day it's been doing it. It's been struggling seriously here. So yes, that's it. So let's just hold on and see what price will do there. All right, let's move to the next instrument, which is Canadian dollars. Let's see what is happening on Canadian dollars. Canadian dollars. Okay, let's see what is happening on Canadian dollars. All right, so USD card, USD card. Okay, USD card. All right. I can see that, okay, some of us, you want me to review a particular instrument, which I'm going to check. Don't worry, I'm going to check the instrument. But yes, okay. All right. Before I talk about USD card, I can see a question. Okay, Mr. Alfonso Sikedia, she say, you're interested in copy trading. How can you join? Yes, I said, okay, you said you have my contact. All right, since you have my contact, you can chat me up on WhatsApp. Once you chat me up on WhatsApp, we'll pick it up from there. No problem. Chat me up on WhatsApp. I'll pick it up from there. Then we'll know the next step to take. Okay? That's that. Thank you very much. All right, so USD card. Let's look at what is happening on USD card. This is on 1 hour. Let's look at it on daily time frame. Let's zoom out. Let's zoom out. So if you look at it, price has been pushing up on USD card. Price has been pushing up on USD card. And like we all know, for a while, the US economy and the Canadian economy, they've been at loggerhead because of the trade wars and everything, tariffs and the like, all of it, like the ups and downs has been one of the main things that has been affecting that particular instrument, USD card. So looking at it based on what we are seeing on daily time frame, we can see that price has, from this point, price actually started reversing back to the upside and got to this particular zone. And as you can see, it got to this point. Let me zoom out so we see it. You can see almost around this point and had issues around that point, and it's been unable to cross that part. You see, price has rejected that same point. You understand? But looking at it on 1 hour time frame, what is price going to do? Price has dropped, and around this point too, there's a zone. Price is busy creating different zones, and it's just because of the wars, the issues between them. This is on 1 hour. Okay, so let's look at it from this point. So these are the 2 points that we can just look at it from. Okay, so creating this is one, and this is another. One of the two will happen. Either it breaks below or it breaks above. One of the two will happen. Once that happens, then we know the next step to take. That's just it on USD card. Okay, USD CHF. Let's look at that instrument. Let's see what is happening on that instrument. Yes, let's see what's happening on this instrument. Okay. All right. USD CHF. Okay. USD CHF. So based on what we've been seeing on the daily time frame, we discovered that price has actually been going down on USD CHF for a long while. CHF is actually one instrument that is stronger than dollars, but you won't even know that. But when you look at it critically in the market, you know that CHF is strong. And on the daily platform, its time frame, it has been moving between these points, these 2 points. That's what it's been doing. But let's look at it on the 1 hour time frame. So based on what we're seeing on 1 hour time frame, let me zoom it a little, we'll discover that price went up, got up for a while, it got from this point, came down, reversed back to this point at the top again. And remember, based on what we saw on daily time frame, price has respected these zones for a while. So now let's see what is price going to do. Price is it's been giving us that dropping point from this particular section. Around this point, it did what we call double top here, and since then it respected it and came down, dropping as low as this point. But these are the 2 zones that it has created as of now. This is one zone here, and there's another one here. So based on what we're saying here now, this is what we'll say. If price is able to break above this part, then we can look out for that zone. Okay. And this is another one here. These are the 2 points. You understand? Although this is where I feel the main deal is for this instrument. This is where the real deal is. If it's able to break below this point and it comes below and breaks below this point again, then there could be a strong bearish push down to the downside. But if that is not the case, so let's just mark out these 3 points and see what price is going to do. Either it breaks below or it gets rejected. One of the two will happen. You understand? Okay, so that's that on USD CHF. Okay, that's that on USD CHF. Let's look at all right. Okay. Um all right, so I'll look at Alebode. You say you want us to look at Euro CHF. All right, we'll do that. Olide Akim, sir, are you using? Yes, I'm using MT5. MT5 is what I'm using. I'm using MT5. Yes, MetaTrader 5 is what I'm using. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. All right. Oh, Afonso Sikeriash, you don't have my contact. You want to know if you can have my contact? Yeah, I can give you my contact. Don't worry. I'll send it to you. I'll send you my official line so you can chat me up on that line. Just chat me up. And once you chat me up, I see it. I'm going to respond. I'm going to drop it right away for you. You understand? All right. I'll drop it to you right away. Just check your box. You'll see it there. Okay. All right. So I've sent you the line, the number. I've sent that to you. Okay. All right. All right. All right. So thank you. Let's look at the next instrument. Let's look at Euro CHF. Let's look at Euro CHF. Euro CHF. I'm with us. Okay. So Euro CHF from this. Once I'm done with this, we look at commodities. All right. So this is Euro CHF. Well, It's what it's doing. Let's look at it on the daily time frame. What is price doing on daily time frame? Let's zoom out and see. So based on what we are seeing on Euro CHF on daily time frame, we also discover that price is actually coming down on Euro CHF based on what we are seeing on the trend long term. You understand? Price is giving us that downward trend. In the last okay, so from the information we are seeing now, in the last 5 years, price has been coming down. It's not like it's been going up or anything. Okay, okay. So price has been dropping on this particular instrument, but well, let's zoom in and see what price is doing currently. It's been giving us that lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So the lowest I ever gone, it ever came is around this point. Based on what we're seeing in the last 5 years, this is the lowest it ever came before it rejected back up. In fact, it gave us a pattern of W here. You can see it here. When it came down, got up to this point, came down again, back to this point. So there's a zone here, but let's leave that. Let's come and look at it based on what we will see on 1 hour. Let's look at what are we going to, let's look at it from the short time frame. Okay, so let's mark out these 2 points. This is 1 point here. Yes, price has respected that point for a while. And this is another point, although yes, price gapped around this point. That's why we're having it here. But if we look at it, this is actually where price got to. Okay, so we can look at it from these 2 points. One of the two is going to happen. Either it breaks below this point, or it reverses and goes up to this point. Okay. So one of these two will happen. If it breaks, it goes up. If it doesn't, it gets to this point, it respects it and comes back down. But this is where the strong point is, this last particular zone that I'm saying here. If it's able to break below this point, this particular section here, if it's able to break below this section here, then that's where the whole deal is. We could have price going down, 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 and everything. But as of this morning, currently we are seeing that there's volatility on Euro CHF. Something is actually happening. Let's look at, I'm coming. I think we need to look at the news aspect. Let's look at fundamentals. There could be fundamentals that has happened, and that's why the instrument is really doing that. I'm coming. Let's see what is happening here. Okay. For now, we're not seeing any information being released. Okay. I was even thinking of the German prelim CPI, but no, nothing. No information on that for now. Okay. All right. That's if that is what it is, then let's hold on and see what is happening. Let's go back to the chart. It could just be okay. Coming back to the chart. So all right. So that's 0 CHF anyway. That's what it's doing as of this moment, this morning. So one of the two is happening. It's just happening on Euro CHF that way. I think it's the volatility on that particular instrument, Euro CHF. Okay. Let's look to what's another instrument. Let's see what is happening there. Let's go to commodities this time around. Let's look at what is happening in commodities. Yes, let's see what is happening in commodities. What exactly is happening in commodities? That should that's the next instrument we'll be looking at now. Commodities. Okay, so first thing first, I'll look at oils. Let's go to oils. Let's go to oils. I'll look at oils. After which we move to silver. Excuse me, please. Come in. Yes. All right. So this is oil. We're on oil now. And looking at what price has been doing on oil. Yes. Based on what we are seeing for a while, you discover that the trend on oil has been bearish. It's been coming down, 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 down. Okay. So is it still going to move in that line? Well, price could still do the same. It could still go in that line, but in the last 3 days or 2 days, in the past 2 days, price has been going up based on what we are seeing. But yes, based on the trend, price has been coming down. So if you're going to follow the trend, we should expect that price should what, come down. Currently, where we are seeing where price is now, there's a zone here around this point. So if price is able to this is our area of risk based on what we're seeing on the 1 hour time frame. If price is able to break below this part, yes, we could have price coming down, or it could reverse back to the upside. So one of the two will happen. Either it breaks below, or it respects this point and reverses back. So let's just watch out for it. But if that is not the case here, price could just be having a pullback to this point, respect this point, and continues pushing up. So this is where the real deal is. Either it breaks this point or it reverses back at that position. Let's just watch out and see what price is going to do there. Let's watch out and see what price is going to do there. Okay. Let's move to the next instrument, which is silver. Let's look at what is happening on silver. Coming, this is silver. Silver, like we all know, is also another safe haven. Yeah, it's metal. So looking at it based on what we're seeing on daily time frame, we can see that price is now returning back to that point again on the daily time frame. Look at it. It got to as high as this point, rejected, came back down, did a pullback to this same point. Now price is back to that same high on silver. Is around that same high. You see, the last time it got there, it got rejected. The first time it got there, it got rejected. Went back to that same spot again, got rejected. Now price is getting to that point again. Now, what are we expecting? One of the two. Either it gets rejected around that point or it breaks it. So this is it on the one on our daily time frame. Either it breaks this point or it gets rejected. Now let's get to our 1 hour time frame. Let me zoom. Can you see? So it's one of it, and you can see that price is really struggling there. So this is our area of risk on this particular instrument. Let's just look out and see what price is going to do around that point. Either it breaks above it or gets rejected. One of the two is going to happen. Either it breaks above this section or it gets rejected around this same section. So let's watch out and see. Okay, so that's that on silver. You understand? That's that on silver. Okay, a lot of us have been talking about gold, gold, gold. Gold too is unpredictable. We've not seen it's not giving us one predictability in the market. So we just have to be very, very careful with all these instruments. You understand? That's why mainly due to the unpredictability of gold and everything. It's been one of the reasons why I, as a person, have not really talked about it, or I'm not looking at it. But yes, some people are able to see opportunities there, and if you're seeing an opportunity that you want to take it, fine. But for now, silver it is for me. Okay, so let's look at indices. Let's look at indices. Let's see what is happening on indices. Let's look at the index markets. What is happening on the index market? Okay, we'll start with US 30, after which we'll move to US 100. Then we'll go to US 500. Then we'll go to D40. That's for the German stocks. All right. So these are all the instruments we'll look at now. All right. So US 100, US 500. Then we'll do DE40 next. Okay. So let's start with US 30. Let's start with US 30. US 30 is the next instrument we're looking at. US 30. Okay, so on US 30 now, look at what price has done. Ooh, so in okay, for the daily time frame, this is it. It got to this point and really didn't give us any move. You see, rejected from these two zones and everything. So yes, there could be possibility for price to break above this section. This is on daily time frame, and it could get rejected even around this same point. Okay, but let's look at it on 1 hour time frame. Based on what we're seeing on 1 hour time frame, can we see? So on 1 hour time frame, price has actually not gone far. It's more or less like it's been ranging. You understand? Based on what we are saying, it's more or less like, well, price has been ranging. In fact, it's been ranging. It's not a matter of price has been ranging. It has not gone beyond a particular point in a while. Can you see? It has not gone above that particular high. So because price has not gone above this particular high now, that's why price is having issues there. Price a little bit choppy. So let's just watch out and see. Price could break above this point or even break below this particular section. All right, let's look at it from these 2 points. This is point one. Let's put it here. One, and this is two. So if he's able to break outside these 2 points now, then we know the direction we can pick from there. So this is that on US 30. This is what is happening on US 30. It's not really giving us one direction like that. Okay, so Kolawole Lawal, you're saying, can I give, in my analysis, can I give you a take profit and stop loss value? I'm sorry, I can't do that. And I'll give you reasons for saying that. Reason is because nobody knows the amount you have in your account. You understand? And because nobody knows the real amount you have in your account, it's not possible to say, okay, put your stop loss here or take profit here. You know the amount you have in your account. You understand? So, and nobody knows your appetite in terms of the trade, your volume. You understand? From my own end now, I could enter a trade at my own end. It could be at 0.01 or 0.1 or one standard lot or two or three or four. You understand? Another person can be doing 7. And because you don't know anybody's strength, you can't really give. So what we just advise is based on your own accounts, your own appetite to trade. You understand your volume. Can place it based on the zones you're saying there. That would be better. But me giving you a take profit or stop loss position, oh, that can be a little bit risky for both of us. You understand? Both of us in what way? I don't know the level of your account and many. You understand? So because of that, let's just find out. Look at the chart based on what you're saying, where price got rejected. Above that zone could be your take profit or stop loss, depending, or it's dependent on the kind of trade you're placing. You understand? Okay, so that's that for that. All right. Okay, so we'll move to the next instrument. Let's see US 100. Let's look at US 100. Okay, so on US 100 too, US 100, for the US stocks, I want all of them, they are already giving us almost the same kind of deal. You understand? Look at it. Price has been moving sideways too on this particular instrument, not giving a particular direction. So let's just watch out for these instruments. You understand? Let's be very, very careful in placing any trade here until it gives us a clear move. We should not rush into this market. We are not sure whether it's going up or it's coming down. So hold on for it to either break out of these 2 points. You understand? If it's able to break out of these 2 points successfully, then we can say, yes, let's take our move. But if that does not happen, please wait. Wait. That's the way it is. Let's just wait. Okay, so that's that on this instrument too. Let's look at US 500, the same line too. So since it's giving us the same vibe on US 30, US 100, US 500, let's follow it in that line. Let me see, is US 2000 doing the same? Exactly the same thing. So let's just watch out for this instrument. Once it picks a direction, then we can follow it. But if that is not the case, we should wait. Price is really, really steep on US 2000. Okay, let's go to DE40. Let's see what is happening on DE40. All right, so on DE40, we'll discover that price has gone down for a while, or price is racing back up, and it got to this zone here. And we can see on daily time frame that price is respecting that zone. It's dropping down based on what we're seeing on the daily time frame. So on this particular instrument now, it's sensitive. Price could keep on moving down for a while just to do a pullback around that point. But based on what we are seeing, let's see. Can you see for a while, price has been moving, came down to this point and pushed back up. So there could be it could be a strong bearish move. It could be. I'm not really sure. Nobody knows what price is going to do. But yes, let's just watch out and see what is going to happen on 1 hour time frame. Let's pick it up from these zones here. So this is it. Here is the point. Here is another point for it at this top here. So if price is able to break below this particular section, successfully. In fact, let me just put it here. Let's make it safe around this point. Price is able to break below this point successfully, we could experience a bearish move. But around this point too, price could become strong and reverse back to the upside. So that's that on DE 40. Okay. All right, Seneri Oteji, you're saying you need my number too. Okay, so all right, this is my number. Hmm. I'm going to drop it for everybody. But please, the number is just for you to chat me up. Just chat me up on this number. Not, it's my business line. Yes, so you can call me. You can't call me on this line, please. You can only chat me up on this line. So 091-210-94-618. I've sent the number to you. It's my official line. Everybody can have that number. Yes, I've sent that number to us. You can have the number. Name is Joshua. My name is there. You see it there. Joshua Rally Trade. Or you can call it Josh FX. It's dependent on you. I've sent that number to us. So you see it there. Okay. So let me send it to us. Let me send it to everybody so we'll be able to see it. Yes. To everyone. Okay. So I've sent it to everyone. So everybody should be able to see that. Yes. All right. All right. Hmm. So for you there, looking for that number, that's it there. So at this junction, I would like to call it a day with us. Happy new month in advance, compliment of the season. Yes, that's the way it is. That's what I'm going to be saying. Thank you for joining us. It's been a wonderful time. See you same time next week. Bye for now.